Okay guys, I was just checking to see how much space I had there. There's going to be a doorway here and a deck out there with steps going down. But we originally bought a 6-foot wide French door for it. We were planning on using a slider, and then we came across a really good deal on a 6-foot wide French door, all glass, fiberglass door, stained kind of a dark wood, looked really nice. We have it downstairs, but we decided not to go with a heated floor in here. We're going to go with a mini split at this end of the loft and another mini split at the other end. And they don't recommend putting a mini split above a doorway. So I'm thinking we should probably go to a single wide door here instead of a double door. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta think this one through a little more. See, if we went to a single wide door, then we could do the mini split beside it. But if I had a 6-foot wide door off to the side, six-foot wide door could go from here to about, well, to about there. Then I would have plenty of room for a mini split over this way. Except if I put the 6-foot wide door I'll put it from there to there. Then I could have a mini split from here over. But excuse me, I think I actually probably have to put the door over farther. Put the door over about yay far there. And it would come to about here. And then I could have plenty of room for mini split here. Maybe. I don't know. I gotta see how big those mini split units are before I make any decisions on this, on whether to use that 6-foot wide door or whether to use a single wide door and then just wall for the rest of it, you know? So I guess I won't worry about that too much right now. I do have to put a light switch in, but I can always do that later. Or I could just come out of that box down there that I have on the end wall. Right, let's see, right here. I could just come up with a wire, hook it in there, you know, splice it into the box there, come up and just leave some wire coiled up there so I have a little extra wire, and it would be all hooked in down in the box and ready to go up to a light. You know, it would just come up to a switch box, and then later on I could hook out of the switch box up to wherever the light's going to be. That would work. Hey guys, well, I'm not always the best at turning the camera on when I start working, so I took a break for a bit downstairs with Judy and our little great-granddaughter. Came back up here, running some wiring. Right now I'm just working on getting a wire from here. I'm out of these boxes. I'm out of this box here and here, getting ready to mount some boxes in that other dorm over there, but I'm running a wire from here up, over, back down to this one. I don't have power on this side of the dorm, or on this side of the loft yet. So I got one switch box mounted here. It's going to be one of them's going to be a light right up there. One will be some can lights in this ceiling out here. And we're going to have a fan up there somewhere too. So anyway, just getting back on the wiring. Didn't start filming yet, so here we go. Hey guys, well, back up to wiring in the loft right now. Judy's downstairs with our great grandbaby right now. I am up on the main floor. I got to go up to the loft, but I've been running out of 12 gauge Romex on the loft. I've got just a little bit left up there, just for a little short run. I got quite a bit more wiring to do, so I came down here on the main floor where I have a brand new brand new 1,000 foot spool, which is very heavy. So I just peeled the plastic off the outside of that, opened it up, cut me off a hunk that's a little over 25 feet long to use up there. After I get this up there, I'll measure my next one and I'll come down and cut one or two more pieces to take up with me, because that spool is just too darn hard to carry up there. Take a peek here. See what I did? I laid that spool up here and I put some weight on the end of it and just rolled it right on down the floor there to get my 25, 26 feet. And when it comes time to get another piece, I'll just turn it around and roll it back the other way till I get what I need, cut off a hunk to take up there with me. Trying to carry that thing up that extension ladder and between the rafters would be just way too much for an old guy like me. Be an awful lot to ask of a young guy, in my opinion. Little bit left on this 1,000 foot spool. Like I said, I got the other 1,000 foot spool one floor down on the main floor. And I can measure what I need, but I'm going to use up what I got here first. See how long this piece is. I'm going to say it's probably, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a little over 8. They're probably about 6 inches, so 6 times 3 is 18, foot and a half, times 8, about 12. I'm going to say we got probably, I don't know, 13, maybe 14 foot here. Let's see. I was using, pi, like 3.1416 kind of thing. Oops, get you guys out of here a minute. Let's see if I was close on the, I said 13 to 14 feet. I'm going to say probably closer to 14, but we'll see what we got here. Stay there. Okay. Oh, I have my tape measure in my pocket. I guess I'll have to grab it. Okay, let's see what we got here. It's not perfectly straight, but we have, oops, about 13.2 right there. Plus we got hanging out there another 3 inches there. That'd be 13.5, and it's a little bit crooked. So I'm gonna say we're 13.7 or so. That's a little straighter. Okay, so we still got 3 inches hanging out there. And that is 13.3 plus 3, 13 and a half. We got 13 and a half feet left there. So, I've been debating. I've got one outlet there in the end. Like I said, we're gonna have a doorway here. Either a 3-foot door or a 6-foot door. We've got an outlet over on this side. Right there. Outlet over here. And then we're back 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 feet from here to the corner. Over another 2, because you're supposed to have no more than 12 feet in between, or no more than, at any one point in the wall, you shouldn't be any more than 6 feet away from an outlet. So, but Judy kind of wanted me to put one more between here and that corner. So I'll probably stick one in here somewhere, simply because we don't know for sure what's going on over in this corner yet, what she might have over here, our granddaughter, when she comes back to live in here. And then we've got another one up here. So we've got between here, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 feet between these two. And we got 12 feet between that one and that one, 10 and 2. So yeah, we could stand and put one in here somewhere, like maybe 4 feet out from the wall or something. So if you have a little corner table or something over there, or some kind of a Christmas decoration, who knows? Okay, so I gotta figure out where to put that 13-foot piece there, 13.5-foot piece. I still have to connect, like I said, I gotta put a box in down there, connect that to there and that to there. I've got to do something about outdoor lights out here, but I don't know what door we're using yet, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there yet. And there is gonna be some kind of a, probably a mini split up here somewhere. But I have power connected from here up over to there. I still have to put a piece from here over to here. And then I have a piece already run from here up, over, and down to there. No power to this yet. So I got to come from the breaker box over here, probably up and over. I'm going to put a couple of outlets over here on that catwalk, I think. So I could bring power from the box over here. I could go up and over and put a box down here and another one over there farther. So we can have power here if we want to put some decorations up here. There's also going to be power over on this side. And then I could run from here down through these trusses here to the first side of the dormer there. But before we get started, let's check out the view out here. This is so cool. I know it's got a screen, so it probably makes it not the clearest for you. But you can just see forever up here. What? Hey, I see something moving down there. What is that? Oh, that's the cat that likes to hang out in my red barn, looks like. But I did see it carrying a critter in its mouth like a gopher or a chipmunk or something the other day, so I guess it's earning its keep. Okay, time for me to get to work. Okay guys, decided what I'm going to do with that piece that's 13.5 feet long. I'm going to come out of this box here. I'm going to come up 3 feet. This is 5'7" up here. So from the box, which is 1.5 feet up to the top of it, come up another 3 feet, so we're 4.5 feet up from the floor to here. Go across here and back down. I'll have just enough to stick out of both boxes. Have wire this high, so if I do want to have an opening to get back in there, which I'm going to do over here somewhere down on this end, a little higher yet, but down here I can still have an opening where I can get in there. I'll probably put 2 lights back in this cubby hole back in here on this side, and probably 3 down that long side over there. So if we want to store stuff in there, we'll be able to do that. My dad's house was like that. It's sort of a cedar chalet type house that had these knee walls on the side and storage on the sides and everything. He had removable panels to get back in there. It was pretty handy. So we're going to do that here, and then it'll use up that piece of wire I got there just perfect. So, guess I better get at it. Okay, so now, like I said, we got wire all the way from, where are we at here? Where's my finger? There. Okay, we got wire from there to there to there, up over there. Got it up and over there. I got to put a jumper across from there to that side, and I already got one up and over from there. Then I got to work down there from the box over. We'll get that done. Got to get a couple measurements. I want to see what I need for wire there. That should be 2, 4, 6, say 7, 8. And then if I want any height variation, 9. I'm going to say 9 feet would be long enough. I might cut it 10. So I need a piece 9 or 10 feet right there. And then I need a jumper piece from this box right there going across. So that's going to be 4, basically 4.5 going across, 5.5, 6.5, 7. I'm gonna 8-footer there. Okay, cool. Guess I better go cut a couple pieces. Okay guys, just went down and cut me a piece about 35 feet long, which should be enough for this piece that goes from this wall all the way down to that wall by the catwalk. Get that piece in there, should be about 25 feet long. And then it leaves me a 10-foot piece to get from this side down around the corner, take care of that corner. Give me both those. It does not include one to go across from this box to this box, but we'll get that. I just wanted to, what I wanted to do is, it was hard to get an exact measurement on this one here, and it's a long one. So I went ahead and added another short one onto it, cut it 35. If I come up short, I can use instead of a 10 footer. If I got a 9 footer, I can use it here. I just think it's kind of a safety factor. I got plenty to get my long one out of without wasting a long piece. And if the short drop that comes off of it should still be usable. So that's the game plan. Now I just got to walk down through these trusses here and get it down through here, and then through that opening you can see kind of down in there and then over to a box. I think I'll put this on hyperlapse and speed things up a little while I crawl down through those rafters there. How's that sound? Okay, if I guesstimated correctly, this should be about 10 feet. If not, I can use a little bit less than 10 feet for something, but 4. There's 7. There's 9. There. There's 10 foot 8. 10 foot 8 inches. Okay, cool. That'll work good either right here or down there in the corner, either one. I think that one needs to be slightly longer than this one. It does. I think I'll use it down there, a little less waste. And I'll just have to cut me a piece to go in here. Got a couple of short ones down there, but I think they're probably a little too short for this. I think they're probably about 5 or 6 feet long, and this here is going to have to be at least 7.5 to 8.5, right in there somewhere. But I'll go ahead and use this down there. That run is done. I still have to get a measurement for getting power from the breaker box up and over and down to that first box there on the walkway. And then I'll get another one out farther on the walkway. And then later on, there's gonna be another one on that side of the walkway that'll be off of another circuit from the east end of the loft area. Because we'll probably get on that corner out there, I think we're gonna want in the wintertime some kind of a little Christmas tree display out there up on that walkway, up above the entryway and living room, dining room kind of area. At least that's the game plan. That walkway originally wasn't even part of the plans. It was just kind of a design as you go on the fly kind of thing. But that's one thing that's fun about doing it yourself. Might take a lot longer, but you get to all those little things you think of along the way. You get to say, instead of saying, I wish I would have done that, say, let's do it. So we've been enjoying that, especially Judy. She used to have a decorating store, so she enjoys that part of it. And I mean, it's harder for me to visualize a lot of this stuff completely done, but she can walk through it. She's walked through it so many times in her dreams that she can tell you where the light switches are going to be and what this faucet's going to look like and what color that countertop's going to be and just everything like that. She's just got it all planned out. Kind of cool. Hey guys, just about ready to head back upstairs and then up to the loft from there. So 2 floors up from here. I took yesterday off. Day before yesterday when I was up there working, Judy hollered at me, said supper was just about ready. I need to hurry up and get downstairs. So I thought, well, you know what? I got time to pull this one last wire I had hooked into the breaker box up there on the loft area. I just wanted to get it pulled across and down close to where I had to hook it in to an outlet box and to feed the whole south side of the east end of the loft. So I just stepped over there to pull it over, and I had to step over a stack of 2x6s and didn't realize that floor I saw on the other side was actually just insulation. There was no floor there. So I went down through, almost went all the way through to the next floor below, but I landed on top of that little stack of 2x6s. I hate to say it, but right on my crotch. And also my leg, when it went down through, hit a bunch of stuff on the way down. I've been a little bit out of commission for the last day, and I'm going to be moving a little slow up there today because it's very, very tender all in here. And so, yeah, tender a couple other places too. But so back up there, get something done. Summer's going fast. I don't have time to waste. So we're going to get a little something done. Might be moving a little slower, but we'll still be on it. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you up there. So, moral of the story is, don't try to rush yourself to hurry up and get something done at the end of the day when you're tired. But anyway, hope you're enjoying the video. Hang in there with us. We'll get this part finished up, and then on to either more firewood or maybe getting started on more of the insulating that I need to hurry up and get done. So, there's a whole lot of things to be done around here, and not much summer to get them done. All right, take care, folks.